So today I really wanted to win before the rest day, but I actually lost to him once when I had a very high fever and I overpushed with the black pieces. So I had quite bad memories of overpushing with black against him, so I didn't want to repeat that, but thankfully I got quite a nice opening, something that I had used to beat Ivic when I won the Grenke and he won on demand. So the opening went well and I was able to get a good fight, but it reminded me of the good old days when I just would go all in with both color and be, let's say, ignorant to any risk. So I'm just glad it paid off, but certainly the end was quite time pressure. Very hard position to play for those players.
What about your overall performance over these 6 rounds? How do you assess that, and how do you feel for the next half of the event?
I think other than the blunder in the first game against Sergisen, which was quite insane, but other than that, I've played very solid chess. Like I haven't had any losing positions. I haven't really had a much worse position in any game. So I think I've been very stable, which is good. I remember the last Grand Slam I played, I was incredibly unstable. I started with a win, I lost, and then I won 2 games in a row, and then I lost in 2 games. So I think stability in this type of long tournament is important to maintain stamina towards the end, because a loss is quite content to you. So I think the performance is very good. +2, 5 games, 3 whites. It's a decent position.
And outside of chess, I want to talk about, you have a camera guy here following you around. Are you making content? Tell us what is going on.
I just realized that Chess-Based India is so great that I think I need to create my own version of Endgame Chess-Based India, because I think it's important to document. I want to document the journey and help show my perspective more. I have to fight against the chess mafia's media empire.
Win in the 6th round before the break. How are you feeling?
It's a very, very important win. At some point, I lost hope that you could win a chess game with black in classical. I really felt like it's just impossible. But thankfully, I managed to get a good opening that was quite fighting, and then at some point he could have liquidated. Like after I played Rook AF8, he could play Knight takes F3, Rook takes F5. Knight G5 is critical, because if Knight takes 5, Rook takes 5, Queen is actually trapped. And Knight G5, G6, and then I should be fine. But going for, allowing my pawn to F2, like that's probably when he probably didn't think that he was that much risk, but somehow Queen A4 came with tempo, then F2, and then he sort of, I managed to centralize my pieces and win. So I guess he wasn't as aware of how risky it was, so, and he was in time pressure, so that's why I was able to win quickly after it looked harmless.
Are you happy with how your tournament is progressing?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Obviously, there's been some frustrating moments. Yesterday's game, I felt like I played really well, but the defense was just perfect. So sometimes it happens, but +2, it's a very good score, and there's plenty of games to go.
Grand Swiss is a very tough tournament considering the number of rounds, also the time format. Are you enjoying this time format?
I don't really enjoy the time format, but since there's so much on the line, and of course my competitive nature, I would enjoy competing regardless of in anything. I'm a very competitive as a person, but the time control is certainly not that fun, not that much fun.
Right. It's not only what you are preparing for yourself, you also have to see what is going on in the other boards, and also you saw Gukesh, Prague, both lost yesterday.
Yeah.
And how are you taking this competition in the top boards, and how are you preparing yourself for that?
Yeah, it's quite a weird dynamic, because you see a lot of 20s, you see the difference between a 2650 player and a 2750 player, and one game is very hard to see, because they're, with how advanced openings have become, and people adopting a very solid style, sort of quite risk averse. You see that when someone like Prague or Gukesh tries to overpush, it's very, very easy to get punished. Often when you try too hard to win, it's quite easy just for it to backfire, like we've seen happen here. So I guess with such a long tournament, you have to be a bit lucky that you get a game with black, or you get an opponent who, there's some variance. I wouldn't want to say luck, but there's a lot of variance in the pairings. There's a joke that if you win your games, you get easier pairings, because for example, if I'm on +1 and I'm playing people lower rated than me, they're not that ambitious. Like, they don't think that they're going to win the tournament, so they're playing very solid, and it's very difficult. Like with 90+30, you can put pressure on the clock, but now you have to win on the board without any external pressure, which is very difficult against a solid opponent.
Right. And lastly, you have a free day tomorrow. What are your plans?
To sleep. This morning, the cleaning person came into my room at 9 a.m. I thought I put on it and then turned all my lights on. So I woke up at 9 a.m. after falling asleep at 4 a.m. and I was so upset. And then I wake up, I can't sleep again. Thankfully, then I sleep from 10 to 1:45. So I realized it's an hour before my game. I haven't prepared anything, and I felt terrible. So yeah, I don't know. I need to put 3 locks on my door so that there are no intruders.